So right here, see, if you look down, the trailhead off the road is just right around that corner, see? And then when you go around this corner, see, you've been walking up here, when you go around this corner, then you're up into the world of all the trails, and there's a whole bunch of different trails and stuff right up in here. We're about ready. So there's some work stuff. That's why but anyway, the point is that these type of areas is like I call it. It's back from when I was raising my son. We would call this the first portal. You know, let's get out past the first portal. Right here, everything changes from here on. You're around that corner, you're just detached. From here on, it's trees and maybe deer or who knows what. And that's why you see deer, these snowplows see deer. Deer come over and walk right by them all the time, I bet. Because I saw some deer down there just a couple days ago. But this is a portal place. Like, right, when you're coming at it from this direction, coming down, you still feel like you're just like, there's still the same trees, but when you go around that corner, little do you know you're on the other side of the portal going that way. There's going to be cars and people that are grumpy walking past you, wondering what you're looking at and things like that. Can you see the bird of prey? See, it's soaring right at the top. What we see as the top is not the top of the mountain, but that is where the eagle, see it? Or the bird of prey or whatever, the hawk. See, it's soaring around that peak, that top, what looks like the top from here. Pretty cool, huh? Look at that. So if you saw my previous video, that I show you those trees right there. Notice they're even more, that's just in 3 days. It's a lot more, there's twice as much reds and yellows. Ooh yeah. Peanut butter chocolate pancakes, protein pancakes. Oh man, see? So I'm way up here, looking out over the valley. About ready to chew. Whoa, I'm like a mountain goat up here, man. Yeah, you can see up there, Ben Lomond Peak. That's Ben Lomond Peak. So this is the, you know, the Weber. It's Ogden, the valley there. And then just to the north of it is Ben Lomond Peak. Up there's North Ogden, where all the rich kids live. There's there's Ben Lomond Peak up there. That's where they got the logo for Paramount Pictures. Google it. And then I was just showing you the mountain and how the leaves have changed, but if you look out, see Salt Lake is way down there. Some of the furthest things you see isn't even North Salt Lake yet. You still have to keep going south. So yeah, it's the last day of summer. So Ogden changes a lot. And when it's summer, so this trail I'm on, this is the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, because this whole valley, see how there's mountains on the other side? This whole valley, a long time ago, before people were here, this whole valley was a giant lake called Lake Bonneville. So that's why there's Bonneville things, and Bonneville this, and Bonneville that. The Bonneville Salt Flats, for example, you know? And then the lake shrinks and gets all condensed and becomes the Great Salt Lake, right? But then it leaves a shoreline on the bench of the mountains all the way up and down the Wasatch Front, all the up and down the Rocky Mountains here in this part of northern Utah. There's a shoreline of Lake Bonneville, and there's also a trail called Bonneville Shoreline Trail. So right now we're up on the shoreline. So this, at one point, see how down there? At one point this was all underwater, and this was a giant lake. but right now it's a giant city, and right now it's really green. After when it's in the winter time, all those green trees, most of that green stuff you're seeing that are leaves is gone, and they're just bare dead trees, and it makes Ogden look really, really different in the winter. So that's why we're going on a hike. We're really enjoying this. The leaves are changing. So you can see the trails when you're hiking on the bench. You go through in and out of areas like this. You can see these are oak. See, oak. There's these oak leaves everywhere. It's hard to see, huh? See? These oak leaves. And there's just a hole just so thick on both sides of the trail that you couldn't even run through it. So you can see, going through here, you can see the portal right there. See, often portals are very, like you can see why cartoons draw them the way, and things draw them the way they are, because they actually look like this. This is, you can usually, when you go to a different portal, the temperature changes. When you're going up into the mountain, I can feel it. The air is colder. It smells a little bit different. So here we are. We're going right through the portal. Here. There. Now we're on the other side. See, it's like a different level of mountains. See that? See? If you get up here high enough, the rocks, see? See this? We've gone as far as we can go. Well, I can go up there a little bit further, but if you get up here far enough, you realize there's a waterfall coming out of the top, and they got some weird wires up here. Maybe some kind of rock climbing club. I guess that's where the water comes from. We've been following water the whole way up the canyon. I guess it comes from there, up there, closer to the peak. Yeah, today I brought Kodiak protein pancakes. I made 2 of them. I put peanut butter and chocolate Jif in between with 100% maple syrup. Cut them up in squares. I'll just eat little bits at a time, you know. The wheat is the carbos and it's high in protein, you know. So it's kind of like the protein, the carbos, the fat. It's like everything you need all in one. They're so good. Then I don't need to cook anything or anything. I don't really need coffee. It's not worth bringing my little stove thing, but oh dang, I don't miss anything. This is the most delicious thing like ever. Holy cow, this is good. Yum yum. Thank you, Ja, for this wonderful experience and these wonderful food. Okay, so I need to eat and kick back. So you can see I was down. I think I can hold the camera out. I'm worried I'm gonna drop the camera. It's over a cliff right now, but whoa, hopefully you guys could see it. Was it scary? As you can see, I've climbed up quite a ways. I'm just here, right up in the canyon. Kind of like a mountain goat. That's cool. See, just kind of, I went up past the end of the trail and hiked up a little bit. I would see, like, there's the top. I'm tempted. When I was a little kid, I spent a lot of time alone in the mountains. I would have went right up that. I did many things like that every day, all the time. But there are cougars up here. I'm worried that that's like where they actually are is right up in there, because that's like humans can't that's not really where humans go, I don't think. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, you can still hear the waterfall. Hear it? Oh, there's also a helicopter, but yeah, I'm just around the other corner, a more private spot. You have to be really careful in these kind of spots, because you're off the trail. That like this is up, out, off, away from everything, So there could be snakes and more things like that, But yeah, I've been doing this since I was a little kid. Like this, it's so fun. This has been really good for me. So yeah, so if you see my first episode 1 of Trinity Hiking Crew today, uh, so this is episode 19 of Coffee Chat with Angie, and it's episode 2 of Trinity Hiking Crew, and it's the last day of summer. Tomorrow is Maboon, fall equinox. So there'll still probably be warm days here in northern Utah. It starts snowing more like in November, and you're kind of halfway good to go till Halloween. You go through the magic gate of November 2nd, and in between the 31st of all that, blah blah. Maybe I'll do a video on that. It's such a cool subject, but but yeah. So in I'm up in this little area. I always was attracted to little areas like this. So when I was a kid, I'd build huts. I'd find pieces of wood and different things that people would litter and things. I'd collect it all, and in places like this, I'd make little huts. It's pretty fun. But I just ate my pancakes. Now I'm just gonna chill and enjoy myself and relax a little bit before I venture back down the canyon, back into the city and everything. It's been fun. I've seen a lot of birds. There was just a bird of prey doing circles up above there, circulating. I was gonna say, but yeah. So Jah. So on the first one, I talked about the existence of Jah, that it needs to be redefined. Like to me, God's not a man in the sky. There's no such a thing as a book. It's the word of God. Jah is the holy conversations with the guardian angel. It's all with its stuff, its inner workings. And that's definitely more modern and compatible with modernity. Instead of going with these medieval things that were obviously for control, there's a man in the sky, and if you don't believe these words that are his words in the book and live exactly like it says, and it says not to think or question anything, just believe everything and believe what the man in the sky says, or you'll be tortured forever and all eternity in hell. It's like it's too obvious that that's a mind control thing, especially how there's no evidence, and it's like that's ridiculous. The idea that fire, water, air, and earth, like I said in episode 1, is Jah. So when I say Mother Nature, the dreadlock Rasta way is, you don't say Mother Nature. Sometimes I say Gaia. Who knows what? I might say the goddess. I might say, but when you say Jah, it just covers just all of the above in a really profound way. So Rasta say Jah, Jah this, Jah that. But that's why green has been my favorite color. If you look all through my journals, all from the time I was a little kid, green is my favorite color because I always wanted to be on the side of Mother Nature. So when I say Jah, I mean Mother Nature. I mean from within. I don't mean organized religion or buildings or these crazy people that want to control your life because they say it says right here in the book that the book is true. It's like, hello. That's like it's true because it says it is type stuff, and hold fast to it because that's all set. You do you, but you're only given a million lives if you look at the bigger scheme because of reincarnation. But here we are in this life, and we've got definite control of it. We should be allowed to make the better choices, and so that's why I believe in Jah. Is there evidence in the existence of God? Just the personal gnosis and personal journey, the things you learn in life, that it's better to have tools like that, But no, there's not a man in the sky. Most of the time I would sound like an atheist to a Christian, for example. Okay, remember on the way in I said this is like a portal going up there? Sometimes it's a visual thing you can see like that. So now I'm going back, but this time I'm going through the portal the other direction. It's kind of like fall, huh? If you went through it, now, now things are going to be different from here on out. There's the rest of the hike down there. For the rest of the hike, it's going to start, getting more and more city, more and more this and that. Yeah, because, the earth is your church, So that's the real purpose of Trinity Hiking Crew is to provide church, modern day church, basically to provide people with more ways to link with nature and to more opportunities for that kind of a thing. Take people up and or even just myself or just friends or me and a dog or who knows what's going to really happen. As we go from number 1 to number 10. But yeah, just provide people with or even just myself and being around people that's being provided and linking with nature and escaping the city and like it's always been fascinating to me since I was a little kid. It used to make me mad. People in the mountains, people would say, yeah, Mother Nature this, Mother Nature that, implying that it's the same, that it's the God that we pray to in church. And then in church, if you say Mother Nature, they say, no, that's witchcraft, it's satanic, and it's like they become different people, So I've always wished we could be more like we are when we're up in the mountains, and I think that that's where the real transcending ego, it's a cooler side of humans when we're together in the mountains and we're trying to, even just camp together in a camping site, and our cars are parked right over there. Even that can be enough to just really kind of change things and make two families feel like one and things like that, And so that's a big part, because who God is it's beyond all of us. It's inside of us. We're all linked inside of us, and there's no true separation. Separation is literally the definition of ego. We're one, and the differences are small and all that type of talk, And we should be able to outgrow the belief that war works and some of these things, that there's one true religion, and just it's an inner journey. Nobody's smart enough to decide how another person should do their inner journey. Just encourage everybody to know thyself, and then, that's you know thyself and love thyself from within, the microcosm. Then you can start loving thyself and serving people outside of yourself the same way you love and serve yourself inside. So knowing thyself is the true holy work. Not going to a building and dressing up, and some of the things you think and things like that. And you can feel the chatter want to pull you back into the city when you're leaving it, and you can feel it pulling you back into it when you start getting back into it and things like that. It's just, if you listen and think, there's many opportunities to learn many things. Yeah, that was a fun hike. So I'm about ready to, about ready to pop out of the trees right over here. So, oh wow, someone's coming by on a bike.
You taking a picture?
Hi. Yeah, holding it down. Maybe he didn't want to be in a picture. He was not on a bike, but that was fun. I feel like it seems strange for a bike to drive by, but Yeah, there's some athletic maniacs in Utah, but I feel like I'm walking out of a movie theater. You know, see that? It's getting brighter, it's getting warmer. I'm about ready to break through the trees, and it's gonna be like the bench with all the oak and everything that I showed you before. But I feel like I'm walking out of a movie theater. There's just so much cool stuff. That's always fun. Always fun. See, oh my gosh, there's no trees. I just saw 3 birds of prey. There's one of them. I'll try to zoom it in. But there's a second one. You just can't see him. You just can't. I would have to have a special type of a camera or something. But so this, I told you, more than anything, again, I saw birds of prey. See? I just saw a snake right over there. It was almost as if it wanted me to see it. It kind of like, I guess, accidentally tumbled down into the trail right in front of me. And I looked at it and it smiled and went away. But this is after the portal. We're on the other side of it coming back home. So it just shows, you know, the magic of the forest is anywhere. You just have to keep your eyes open. It's all, you know, not to be overthought. Just in like a brook, eating the last of these. Over there, look, there's a fence right there. It's kind of weird. I don't know what that's all about, but eating the last of these and getting a drink of water. Okay, so I'm done eating my pancakes. So I did this starting when my son was a baby. We had a whole altar, a whole big altar. It had a cauldron with moss that I took from top of a mountain, and then I would keep watering it, and I kept it alive inside this cauldron. And then they had rocks, and every time we'd go hiking, we'd pick a rock to represent. So the last thing at the end, I need to pick a rock. I like this one. You can see it in the sun. It has kind of like a pinkish red color, but has little black dots in it. And the more you look at it, there's sparklies, there's waves, looks like there's clouds in it. So I'm going to rinse it off with the water. Because it was covered in dirt. And then that'll be my rock. I have a rock from yesterday too, I just didn't film it. It was, the side of the mountain had a bunch of sparkly stuff all over it. So I took a good rock to represent that. A sparkly rock. You know what? Has anyone told you that you're awesome today? See, so here we are back on the trail that got us there, you know, because we're walking back home. But, you know, that was the first time I'd been up that far up there, you know. So little did I know that I'd be going, is you go up around there, and it goes just a little bit deeper. The waterfall's like right there. Probably on the other side of that mountain thing, somewhere around that area. You know, after you go inside the canyon there and up in there. The trail, so like once you're on the bench, it's like whew. So you see all the trails down there and stuff, and you know, we're gonna be zigzagging like perpendicular with the golf course there, back and forth, you know. So yeah, it's like it's more fun on the other side of the portal and like inside the trees where there's shade and running water, but it's dry and hot out here.